Welcome to Mystic Dragonfly Garden. This is the annual bed that I have created this year. This area had been in my head for a while. This ground has been prepped for a few years. This whole space started off as just a grassy bank, and I first started with an asplund chip drop, and I let that decomposed for about 9 months, and then I planted up the bushes that I had in mind. These are firelight hydrangeas and some curly leaf ligustrum. We have nandinas, and the name of this bush has left me. We have mums. Oh my goodness, that guy is happy. And daylilies. And as we come down here, we have like 3 sections that are all the same. We have some boxwoods, the mums, the hydrangeas, the nandinas, the curly leaf ligustrums, the plant that I can't remember the name of. And so there's 3 sections of that. And then as we come down here, it changes just a little. We have these more daylilies and some irises, more varieties of daylilies, what I think is autumn joy sedum, and then right through here is where the trees fell. We did have the Kodiak Deervilla Reds and some other perennials right through here, but this is what got crushed from the hurricane. And look at this. Here are some more remnants of the Kodiak Deervilla Reds. Looks like I got 2 more plants to rescue. So I will still end up with my 3 bushes. That's exciting. So at some point, eventually, when the debris is picked up, we can do something with this space and this corner. But here is what I call hydrangea plain, and then this annual bed is right here up in this corner. So it's an interesting space because it is a triangle that has to be pleasing to the eye from at least 3 different angles. So what I did was, after the chip drop, then over the last couple of years, I have used leaf litter as the mulch in this area. And so it has all decomposed very nicely. It is very good soil. But I did top dress with about 5 bags of the Daddy Pete's planting mix. This is probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about a 12-foot triangle. And so we got the dirt laid out, and then, like I said earlier, I had to choose on the design for these plants. My original thought was that the focal point would be from this angle, but if I planted everything from this angle, then if you looked at it from the road, it looked kind of funny. And then if you looked at it walking up the street, like I just did earlier, it looked kind of funny. So one of the things I really enjoy about gardening is the challenge of finding a way to lay out a garden bed, laying out the plants so that it's appealing to the eye from multiple angles. So you have a different garden no matter where you stand, because not everything is up against, you know, a fence or a house or a solid surface that you don't really go behind. What I finally decided on was that the view would it would have the plants in a triangle going from large to small, but that view would stay the same no matter what angle you looked at it. So as you can see here, from this angle, you see the cleomes on the left. The Wicked Witch is in the back upper corner on the right. So that's tallest, less tall. The dahlias here in the middle are getting lower, and then of course the lantana in the front. And then if you come around and look at it from the front, again, you're going to have the tallest plants in the back. You'll have your next tallest, the Wicked Witch, on the right, the dahlias there in the middle, and then the lantana on the left. And I really could have used 5 dahlias, but because I didn't quite realize how this layout would be when I ordered them, I did not have 5 dahlias, so I decided to fill in with a local purchase that I found that would complement these plants, which is the Charlie Boy Porterline. I think that'll really complement those dahlias and be like a spike in the middle of the flowers. It wasn't difficult at all to dig the holes for these plants, and of course, as I planted each one, I added biotone to give these guys the best chance at their short-lived season. These are pretty tough plants. They will last to a hard frost, and that is what I intended, because I intend for these to go until about November. I'm really excited to see how this will fill in. But here is our final design, and everyone is really doing well. We've got the lantana that's about to bloom, and then these dahlias, of course, are all showing off. This is why I absolutely love proven winter plants. It does really make a difference. Here is Wicked Witch, and then the cleomes, Senorita Blanca. They are starting to bloom and get some height on them. Thank you for joining me and coming along for this tour of my annual garden bed. I look forward to sharing more of Mystic Dragonfly Garden with you. If you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, share this with a friend, and for the love of dirt, get outside, enjoy what nature has to offer. Until next time.